Hello, welcome to Body Focus Pilates. Today we're going to do our intermediate mat work series 1 class. So we're going to start with our knees bent. Just find that neutral position to start with. So our feet are tucked up, about hip width distance apart, the same with our knees. We're going to find that neutral position of our pelvis, which I know you've all done before. So just quickly we're going to tilt that pelvis forwards, then tucking back, just nice and slowly to find that neutral position. So remember that back shouldn't be flat into the mat or really arched up, so I shouldn't be able to put my whole hand in or not at all, so just in that midpoint here. That core is gently lifted and our arms are relaxed down by our side. Okay, so we're going to start with our hip twist. We're going to move on a little bit of a level today. So we're going to float one leg up into tabletop from here. So it's that 90-degree angle, remember, that tabletop. From here we're just going to allow one leg just to fall out to the side. Use those toe muscles to help bring that knee back up to the middle and then lower back down. Okay, and then we're going to alternate sides, so bring the leg up into tabletop. From here we're going to allow the leg to fall out to the side, coming back and then lower. Now what you might notice if you've seen our beginners video where we keep our legs down is that as you lift your leg and try and do this movement, you might not be able to go quite so far, okay, it's harder to control. So coming up into tabletop, take the leg out to the side, use those toe muscles to help bring that leg back to the middle and then lower back down. Watching to keep those hip bones pointing up towards the ceiling as we're doing this movement. If you start to feel yourself rocking, then you're going too far, okay, so just watch that as you're doing it. So just letting that leg out to the side, use those toe muscles to help bring the leg back to the middle and then lower back down. So we're going to just do a few more here, alternating sides. Good, and down. And again, coming up. And lowering that leg. Great. So if you want to consider that breathing when you're doing this, on that out breath is when you do the movement. Breathe back in to start and lower. So breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, take the leg out to the side, breath in to come back to the start. Okay, good. Right, let's just do one last one each side. Fantastic, and lower the legs back down. Great, okay, so keeping those in this position, our knees are bent up, still that hip width distance apart. And our arms are relaxed down by our side. So now we're going to go into our one leg stretch, but we're going to come up into double tabletop. So from here, both legs are in that 90 degrees angle, just as if your legs are the table, okay? And from here, keeping that core gently lifted, maintaining that neutral position of the pelvis, we're going to stretch one leg away, coming back into tabletop, and then we're going to alternate sides. Great. So from here, just stretching one leg away, coming back into tabletop, and again from here. Great. So if you want to think about the breathing, you're breathing out on that movement. Good, so we're going to do a few more here, so alternating sides, making sure you're maintaining that position of that pelvis, keeping that tummy nice and flat, shouldn't be doming or bracing through those abdominals. Keep that stomach nice and flat, stretching away. Good. Do last few here, well done guys. Let's just do one last one each side. Well done, then bring those knees in and we're going to hug and stretch that out. Great, well done. So take a few nice deep breaths in here. And on that out breath, if you can, just going to sink into that stretch just a little bit further, just to open up that back and just stretch out into our lumbar spines. Good. So just hold that stretch just a few more seconds. Okay, good. So let's lower our legs back down one at a time. And we're going to move on to our bridging motion now. So feet about hip width distance apart, okay, same with your knees, arms relaxed down by your side. Now remember with the bridge, as we talked about before, we want to make sure those feet are tucked up towards your bottom, okay, so you don't end up overusing those hamstrings. So the arms are relaxed here, that pelvis in that neutral position. Maintaining that distance of that hip width with your knees. Okay, so we'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to peel that back up into that bridge position, using those bottom muscles to help you lift up. Breath in at the top here, and as you breathe out, we're going to roll back down. Good, and again, so breath in. As you're breathing out, peeling that back up. And again, breath in, and slowly breathing out. Sometimes they describe it as if it's a set of pearls, as you're peeling that back up, lifting one vertebra at a time as you get to the top, and then just peeling them back down. Really good. Now if we want to make that a little bit harder from here, we take a breath in again. As you breathe out, peeling that back up. As we get to the top, we can just raise one heel, then the opposite heel, and then lower back down. So just to challenge that balance a little bit more, we can raise the heels. And again, so breath in. As you breathe out, peeling up, coming up into that bridge position. Getting to the top here, we're going to raise one foot, then the other heel, and then lower back down. Now if you are raising your heel, make sure as you're coming up, and as you lift the foot, that that bottom muscle is still staying up in that same position. And then lowering down. Good, really thinking about that control. And again, just peeling up. Coming up from here, raise the heel, each side. Good, and then lower back down. Great, so we'll just do last few here. So breath in. As you breathe out, peeling up into that bridge position. From here, we're going to raise a heel, then the opposite heel, and then lower back down. Good, and again. And then down. And then we'll do one last one here, so breath in. As you breathe out, peeling that back up, coming up into that bridge position, raise one heel, then the other heel, and then lower back down. Really good, well done. So let's bring those knees in and have a hug and stretch that out. Well done. While we're holding that there, if you want to, take a few nice deep breaths in. And on the out breath, we're sink into that stretch a little bit further if you can, and we're going to hold back here. Really good. Great, and then we're going to lower the legs down one at a time. And we're going to move on to our scissors now. So again, if you need to, just find that middle point, just tilt that pelvis forwards and back again, then do, and just find that midpoint between the two. Arms relaxed down by your side. We're going to float both legs again up into the tabletop. So remember, imagine you've got those knees as your table. Okay, so that 90-degree angle from here. Keeping that core gently lifted, that tummy nice and flat, we're going to do our scissors motion. So we're going to tap one foot down, coming back up into the tabletop, and then alternating sides. Good, so we're tapping down, alternating sides from here. Good, so really think about what I was saying about that pelvic position. Make sure you, as you lower the leg down, you're not allowing that back to arch, keeping that core gently lifted. Good. Really good. Okay, we're going to do a few more here if you can. If it starts to feel too much, then just lower those legs back down. Do last few here. Good. Well done, guys. It's a tough one. Keep going. Great. We're going to do one last one each side here. Tapping down, and then the other side. Good. And then we're going to lower those legs back down. Oh, well done. Okay. So just going to stretch that back out now. So I'm having those arms just a little bit out to the side of you, or you can have them right up if you want to, whatever's more comfortable. From here, we're going to drop your knees over to one side. As you drop those knees open, opening out your back, you can turn your head to look to the opposite way, just to increase that stretch. And use those toe muscles to help bring those knees back up to the middle, and then slowly dropping over to the other side. Good, and again, so Slowly bring those knees back up and then dropping over to the opposite side. Good, and again, so lifting those knees up, dropping over. Good, we'll just do the last few here. Great, and then one last one each side. And then we're going to bring those knees back up to the middle. Those feet are flat back on the mat, and our arms are relaxed down by your side. Well done, guys. Okay, so that's the end of our intermediate class today. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to try some of those exercises at another level, then please select the options on the upcoming screen on the left-hand side. If you'd like to try and work something different and some other areas, then please select on the upcoming options to the right-hand side. Otherwise, we'd recommend that you do a warm down, which you can click through to on the bottom right of the screen.